Hey guys, Emily Muccianti here, and I have a video for you today. It is another lesson dissection. I got some really great feedback, and I'm hoping that you will find value in kind of the commentary and opinions and pointing out some of the key things that we're seeing when teachers are actually delivering instruction. Before we get started, I want to remind you to please give this video a thumbs up, like it, subscribe, share it, all those good things. I would love to hear from you as well. Shoot me an email at readingdiva06@gmail.com if you want to chat about anything or if you have some ideas for future videos. Before we get started, I wanted to thank Dr. Stephanie Stoller for sending out the Reading Science Academy's new stickers. I'm a proud member, and I'm so nervous about putting it in the wrong place. It's sitting here just staring at me for now, and that's fine because I can admire it. Now, in today's video, I wanted to take a closer look at small group instruction. And so as I'm scouring YouTube for different examples of teachers working actually with students, it's not as easy as you might think to find these kinds of videos. I want to see actual teachers in action with actual kids. And so if you have any that you find or you think that they would be valuable to us, send them my way and we will see if we can do a dissection on them. Okay, so today's video is a teacher delivering basically the decodable reader portion of a lesson after the instruction of Magic E or Silent E. Students, this is, I believe, kindergarten, maybe middle to end of kindergarten, where the students were learning about Silent E, which is one of the 7 syllable types, and they are applying their new rule of Silent E to actual reading. Now, let me say this about decodable readers. They are great tools that all primary classes and intervention should have. The idea behind decodable readers is that there is first instruction delivered with a particular skill, like Silent E, for example. And as the students are learning to apply this particular skill, then they have to use this in an actual text, which is decodable readers. And this is so that they can generalize the rules that they are practicing in their instruction or their skill-based instruction. We teach skills in isolation, but we don't want to leave it there in isolation. We have to have kids applying these skills so that they can generalize or transfer these skills to actual reading. So decodable readers are perfect for this, and there are a variety of them. So I'm going to take you into this video, and I will share the link with you below whenever I am done with where you can find the original video without me in it so that you can see this. And, okay, let me go ahead and play this for you.
What are the 5 vowels?
A, E, I, O, U.
And what makes the vowels say their name?
The ball C, E.
All right.
Okay, I first want to stop and say that was just a quick little review to activate background knowledge for these students related to whatever that skill was. You reviewed the vowels and talked about what that rule was called. It took a few seconds. So sometimes we don't really need to do so much with our background knowledge in this respect. Perfectly executed.
Let's turn to the first page. Turn to the first page. If we're reading and we don't know a word, what can we use?
Sound.
All right. All right, let's read. So if we don't know the word, what can we use?
Use our sounds. This should be one of your prompts that you keep in your back pocket. If we don't know the word, what do? We want to prompt our students to use their sounds. So let me just point out a couple of things. We have small decodable readers here. They are reproducible. They are things that the students can then take home and practice on their own. This is great. There are a number of different publishers and curriculums that you can get these for. What's most important, I think, with decodable readers is that you are matching the decodable reader to whatever instruction was delivered so that that is that skill that's being applied. And you'll notice something else. The teacher is more as a facilitator and an observer. This is the time in the lesson where the students are applying what it is that they have learned, and the teacher is guiding, making sure that the student is staying on track. They're all kind of at their own little place, but you'll see, especially with young ones, they tend to pick up this choral reading with each other, and that's okay too.
Ooh, why is it A?
Because there's a bossy E.
All right, use those sounds again.
Bake,
Keep going.
rake,
Read it again. Start over. What's that word? All right, let's read. Read that word for me.
Okay, holding the student accountable here. The teacher is not rushing this. He is looking for accuracy with these students. They have mastered, well, they have been taught a rule that he is wanting to make sure the students can master. He's not just letting them go on with mistakes. He's constantly helping with corrections and redirection, which is showing that student that no, there's a correct answer here. Let's go in. It's not a guess. Let's use our sounds and learn or apply what we've learned.
What's that word? All right, let's use our sounds on that one.
Name.
All right, read. Okay, read it again. Oh, what's that sight word? Let's read it again.
What's that sight word? Labeling it. The kids have probably been taught that there are some words that they have as sight words, so they should know it. He directed the students to remember that. While I have this frame paused, I want you to look at the images that are on these decodable readers. There is an image, but they're pretty minimalistic. And if you look at the text and compare it to what's on the page, it's not everything that is in the text, which is good because students then have to rely on the letters on the page and the decoding of the text in order to actually read it. So I like the fact that they are minimally supported with the images so that we can force the students to really rely on the decoding of the words instead.
Two last pages and then we're over.
All right, let's read. Case. All right, let's read it again. Go back to the front.
Read it again. This is powerful. This is not a one and done. This is a situation where the teacher is using repeated reading with his kindergartners. They've gone through it. They've applied what they've known. Now they're going to use this and develop some fluency because we've kind of worked on the accuracy piece of it. And so we can build in more automaticity with this lesson by rereading it.
All right, let's read.
Flip the pages. Bake the break.
What's at the end of that word?
Bossy.
Let's use those sounds again.
Lake.
You do it.
Lake.
All right, read that whole page again.
Snake in a lake.
Use that sound.
Name on a cake.
Oh. All right, you ready? All right, you're going to write them all by yourself.
Okay, so went through these decodable readers twice. Once, making sure that the students were accurate, applying their sounds, applying the rule that had been taught. Second time, building a little more automaticity. You saw it was a little bit smoother. Remember, these are kindergartners, and now he's going to take it to the next step.
No looking.
All right, right, go for it. You do them all. I'm just going to watch. You wrote kiss. Now we make it say case. You got it.
It's kind of hard to see, but they're pictures of that were in the book that the kids are having to spell now. Again, the teacher is minimally involved at this stage of the lesson. The direct instruction has already happened. The students are now writing. Now, this is a really important component, especially for our young readers, because they're still working on some fine motor. They have read those, but remember that we've got two sides of the word reading platform, if you will. You've got the decoding, where they're seeing the word in print and having to decode it in order to say the word. Now they're encoding. They're seeing the image and they're having to spell it. And these are both very important sides of this process that need to be worked on. And so this is a great little addition that he's added to this lesson.
The sound in cake. There you go. Yep.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pause it here and wrap this up for you. Just to point out, sometimes teachers, we like to talk, and during the direct instruction part of our lesson is when that should be. But when it's time for students to apply what it is that they've learned, they have to use it. And so this teacher is doing a great job of just kind of backing off his role, because really, as a teacher, the teacher is a form of scaffolding. It seems like we're a support system, but we have to remove that amount of support that we are doing, or limiting it just a bit, so that the students can start to rely on themselves and build some independence. And so this teacher does a great job. And this is Greg Smedley-Warren. Greg Smedley-Warren, good job. I am impressed with that. I think that, again, it's this was like a 6-minute clip, watching these kindergartners take a skill that they had been using and applying it to text, taking it into the encoding process, which is spelling, so that they can make sure that they've really got that rule. Now, and the one thing though that I want you to take away is also the amount of just observing and supporting that the teacher's doing. There's not a lot of instruction. there shouldn't be at this stage with these decodable readers. It should be letting the kids apply what they have learned. So I'm very impressed with it. I am going to go ahead and link this video in the show notes. So if you want to follow Greg Smedley-Warren and see some other things that he does, you are welcome to do that. But I hope that this gave you kind of a bit of a picture of what decodable readers can do and what our role as teachers is with decodable readers. Sometimes we try to do too much leading, and at this point it was the kids applying it themselves. So I hope you were able to take some nuggets away from this. I would love to see your comments and let me know what you think. Again, if you find some videos that are students and teachers together where we can kind of dissect them and pull them apart to see some good things, I would love to see them. Send them my way, readingdiva06@gmail.com. And I think that's it. Check me out, Reading Lab SOS on Facebook or the website, also New Teacher Success Network on Facebook or newtsn.com if you are a new teacher looking for some additional support. All right, you guys, have a wonderful day. Thank you for what you do, and bye for now.